The following program is being brought to you on the Voice America Women's Channel. For more information about our network and to check out additional show hosts and topics of interest, please visit voiceamericawomen.com. The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I'm excited to have you joining us here at the very beginning of September. And today, we're going to be talking about coming out of hiding and shining. This is our third part in a 7-part series, a special series that we've created all around the subject of really coming out of hiding and shining. I find so many of us are hiding on different levels. We get caught up in the work that we're doing, the role that we play, or just blending into the background in some way, versus really showing up, really sharing the amazing gifts that we uniquely have with the world. So what we want this special series to do is to inspire you to be just a little bit more visible, share just a little bit more of who you are with the world. And it was inspired by our forthcoming book called Come Out of Hiding and Shine. And please picture shine in all capital letters with an exclamation point, because it's not just kind of being seen, it's shining. Not just kind of showing up, but shining. And this book will be released at the end of this month, the end of September. You'll be able to find it on Amazon.com, or if you type in Come Out of Hiding and Shine, it will direct you to where you can access details of the book. Just remember, you won't see any of that information yet until the end of September, the very last week of September, when we make it available. But I encourage you to watch, because we're going to have some specials running in celebration of that launch, that you'll be able to get this amazing book, this amazing anthology and resource to support you on your journey. Because what I've discovered is that life is not a solo journey. It's not something we're meant to do on our own. And when I was able and willing to let people walk beside me that perhaps were just a little bit further down the path than I, or had been able to step forward a little bit more, I found my path became easier. I could learn from their wisdom and expertise. I didn't have to figure it out on my own. And then I would actually skin my knees less. I didn't always have to learn everything the hard way. And that's what's really beautiful about being able to tap into the wisdom and the expertise of each other. So today, picture us warmly reaching out to you, opening up our hearts, our lives, our wisdom, our expertise with you as we share some of our highlights of our journey, why we do what we do, and what we're bringing to you, because we want to help your path be easier, that you will be able to shine on a higher level. And so today, allow us to walk beside you, to cheer you on, to encourage you on your journey, because the biggest gift, the best gift we can give the world is to help you be seen just a little bit more of who you are and your gifts and talents being brought to the world. I'm honored to have 4 of my co-authors joining us today from a variety of expertises and backgrounds with this common heartbeat to support you in a practical and profound way to come out of hiding, to be seen just a little bit more, and shine in your life, taking that center stage and really bringing the amazing gift of who you are to the world. So let's breathe that in as a community, connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, spirit to spirit. Beautiful. Wonderful. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe. Keep both hands on your wheels, but just inwardly tune in. But those of you who are able to, I encourage you to become really present. I want you to get the most out of our time together today. So sit back in your chair, put both feet on the floor, one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, taking a big belly breath, breathing in through your nose, expanding your belly, and out through your mouth like a straw. Wonderful. And as we do that a second time, I invite you to close your eyes. Take another breath. And keep breathing in this way. It lowers your cortisol level. It brings you very present so that you can really receive everything that is here for you today. So in this quiet space, eyes closed, very present, breathing deeply, what is it that you need today? When we're thinking about coming out of hiding, are you hiding on some level? Are you willing to be seen just a little bit more? And if that is the case, if those are both yeses, because I believe you're here on purpose, then what is it you need today that will encourage you, inspire you, motivate you, support you on your journey real time? Breathe into that. What is it that you need and are willing to receive? The information can come in a picture, a phrase, a memory, a sound, a smell, all different kinds of ways information's communicated with us. And I invite you to receive whatever it is that you need today that you're willing to lean into, to say yes to. Once you have that information, I invite you to come fully present, open up your eyes, and I encourage you to actually write down whatever it is that you need today. That way we can keep it top of mind. It's so easy to forget. It's so easy to miss the answers that are right before us, the opportunities that are right before us, because we can get distracted by life. But really taking a moment to stay fully present and hold in front of you with the intention of bringing in and receiving whatever it is you need will serve you highly during our conversation today and as you go back out into the world. Let's take one more collective breath together. Eyes fully open and present. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around our virtual room here and ask each of my co-authors that are joining us today, each of our experts, to just share for about 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever is laid on their heart, that when we went into that space of listening, of what it is they need today, of what it is that they're willing to receive and bring forward that was placed upon their heart. And this way we'll connect heart to heart, soul to soul, spirit to spirit. So with that, Dr. Julianne, did you have something laid upon your heart?
Oh, thank you for asking, Rebecca. Mm-hmm. I just was so gifted. I just had this vision. It actually was something that happened to me yesterday. And I was just feeling a little discouraged. And I really needed lifting. And I thought, well, how can I give that to myself? I was actually driving home. And just after I said that, I saw my favorite bird, which is a great blue heron. I've never seen one driving before. And it was very close in front of me and low, and just lifted off the ground and flew up gently and beautifully. They're a little awkward when they lift off and then they open their wings wide, and it's magnificent. And that's what I saw. I was so gifted, and I'd like to share that with everyone, and the chance to be really lifted, encouraged, and filled at any moment.
Thank you. What a beautiful share and vision. And I like how it starts a little awkward and then soars, because I think sometimes that can be us.
Absolutely.
Beautiful share. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nina, how about you? Did you have something laid upon your heart to share? Oh, Nina, are you there?
I'm having some connection problems. I'll call in a minute.
Okay. Leslie, did you have something laid upon your heart?
You know, I was just sitting here and thinking, my life is a little out of control right now because of some things that are going on. And to just sit and to just breathe, I forget to do that. And it's so comforting. And it's like, oh, that's right. Every once in a while, we all need to just stop and just look around and just be still. And it just feels really good.
It does. It does. Thank you for sharing that. It's so true. We get so busy with all kinds of things around us in life. We forget to, at least for me, I have to deliberately build into my life to remember to stop, breathe, pause, and even just 2 minutes can make a huge difference. So great reminder. Thank you. Beautiful share. And Ana, how about you? Did you have something laid on your heart?
I did, and thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be on your show, Rebecca.
Thank you.
It's in line with what Leslie said, and I feel so much gratitude for all the blessings in my life. Whenever I tune into my heart, I connect with my spirit, and I can feel the energy coming in through my crown and going all the way through my body into the earth. And I instantly relax. No matter what is going on now, I just need to do that in order to see the blessings.
I love that. That gratitude and deep connection. Beautiful. Thank you. And Nina, how about you? I hear you're back. Did you have something laid upon your heart to share?
Just grateful to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you too.
And that my connection is working. And sometimes it's all about having a heart connection as well as a phone connection.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, we are excited to have you back with us, connected on both heart and phone. Beautiful. And listeners, I invite you as we go into our first commercial break to stay present. Really take this opportunity, these 2 minutes that we have for our commercial breaks, to breathe, to go deep, to really listen. What is it that you need today that you're willing to lean into? I encourage you to stay present. We have a tendency to run off, get distracted, and then miss sections because we're trying to cross one more thing off the list. And I invite you to really give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes just for you. And when we come back, I should say, together, we'll start our deeper conversations with my amazing experts and co-authors. Enjoy your 2 minutes, and we'll talk to you in just a couple moments.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world.
Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took those 2 minutes for you, that you really took that opportunity to take deep breaths, to dig into your gratitude, become very connected. Heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit, remembering to be still and be very present so that we can really connect and serve and support you during our time together today. This next section, I'm going to more formally introduce each of our guests. You've heard a little bit of their heart and their message in our previous segment, but I wanted you to know just a little bit of their more formal background, and I've asked them each to share their why they do what they do, and why this project, why were they drawn to be part of this book at this time. So I'm going to go through each expert. Let me first introduce Nina. Nina Price is the queen of midlife transition, a licensed acupuncturist, certified health expert, and she is absolutely passionate about helping women transition powerfully in midlife and beyond. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Nina Price to the show. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I feel very welcome.
Good. Well, you are absolutely very welcome. And I'd love to have you answer those questions for us. So why you do what you do, why you're so passionate about helping women in midlife transition, and why were you drawn to this project in particular?
I just think midlife is a magical time in life. So much is just up in the air. We're changing. It's a time of self-discovery. It's a time of rethinking, reimagining, and change. And I love change. And I really love to help people. I really feel like this part of my life is when I'm supposed to be helping other people.
Beautiful. I love that.
I chose to be part of this project. When you first told me about it, I was coming out of a year of hiding, and the topic really appealed to me because I saw where I fit in the picture.
Exactly. And some of it's so much that right timing, which I love as well. So thank you, Nina. I appreciate you sharing why you are so passionate about supporting women in this way and why this project. So we're excited that you were willing to lean in and say yes. Well, thank you. And the next expert I wanted to introduce to you is Leslie. She is a sales expert who loves sales and a business coach. She is passionate about helping others move forward in sales conversations and the sales process so they can serve more people and their business can grow. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Leslie Ellis to the show. Welcome.
Why, thank you so much, Rebecca. I do what I do because I want people to be comfortable with sales. I started networking about 10 years ago, and I found that many, maybe even most entrepreneurs, they actually hide when it comes to sales. And so it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be anything. It can be very comfortable, and I just want people to embrace that. Because once you embrace that, you can help more people, and you can make more money. And so I just want everybody to love sales, or at least like sales. They don't have to love it, but I want them to like it. And the reason that this book spoke to me is because of the whole hiding thing. Like I said, so many entrepreneurs do hide when it comes to sales, and they can't be successful, or they can't be as successful if they don't embrace sales. And so it just the whole title just really spoke to me. I love the word shine, and I love shiny, and so it just seemed perfect for me.
Beautiful. I love that. It's so interesting, Leslie, as you're sharing, and you shared a similar thing that I'm finding when I shared the title of the book and how we were going to walk beside people in this way, people had an immediate response. They were very much a yes, I'm in alignment, this resonates with me, or no. And I like that because we want it to be really clear what our message is, and the people that have said yes, the experts that have leaned into this book, are doing it not just because it's a book to be part of, but it's because it's a book they wanted to be a part of, that resonated with them, that they had something to really give and share, that there was a strong alignment. And as the chapters have been coming together, it's been really neat to see that common heartbeat in the book, as each expert has added their beat and their rhythm and their message to the stories that we're sharing and the wisdom that's being shared in this book. So thank you so much for sharing, Leslie. I appreciate that. And we're also very excited to have you as part of our book.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And our next expert is Ana. Ana is a court reporter, and I think of her as this listening expert. She is a peace bringer, heart, mind, body, and soul, and passionate about peace. In fact, she has a peace baby, which I'm sure she will be sharing about a little bit with you. She has such a heart to help bring peace and build connections with others versus walls and barriers, that I admire so much her heart's desire to bring peace to the world. Lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Ana Fatima Costa to the show. Welcome!
Oh, you touched my heart. I have tears in my eyes, Rebecca. Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah.
You asked why we decided to be a part of this project, and first, I think the world of you and your work helping women find their voices as speakers, and now in empowering women transforming lives. I wanted to be a part of something that you are involved in that can transform lives. The story is that I had a vision 6 months before I became pregnant with my son, Alex. He was given to me by a faceless woman wearing a nurse's uniform, and he was wrapped in swaddling clothes. And 6 months later, I became pregnant. My husband had a vision of giving birth in the Soviet Union, and this was in 1984 during the Cold War. This story has been inside of me since 1984, nudging me to be told. As world events have unfolded over the years, it's like deja vu back to the Reagan era and the Cold War. Most recently, the increased tension between the U.S. and Russia. And just yesterday, a report was published that the U.S. is investigating a potential covert Russian plan to disrupt the presidential election. I'm not political, but I am feeling a sense of urgency to have my story told. The amazing response that we had from the Russian people in 1984, that we traveled 5,500 miles to give birth to our baby on their land.
Mm-hmm. And he's listening to the show today, is that correct?
I'm not sure if he is.
Okay.
I know he overslept. So I think he may be. I think he's on his way to school right now. He's studying to be a physical therapist.
Okay, so he might listen to the replay, but we send him love as well.
Thank you.
Because today's his birthday, right?
That's right. It's his birthday today.
Yeah.
So the timing of this was perfect.
So happy birthday, Alex. We celebrate you. Well, thank you, Ana, for sharing your heart and a little piece of your story. You'll get to see so much more of it in the book. So we do encourage you to lean in and enjoy her beautiful chapter. And our additional guest expert that I wanted to introduce is Dr. Julianne Blake. I know you heard a little bit of her heart in our opening segment. She shared the Blue Heron story. She's a best-selling author and a leading authority on stress transformation and specializes in emotional wellness and personal power. Please, and what you'll really see about Julianne, you're going to hear it in her voice. She's known as, and I want to say this term right, Dr. Julianne, it is the joy doctor. So she is passionate about joy and helping others tap into their joy, wellness, and power. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Dr. Julianne Blake to the show. Yay!
Hello. Yes, I am passionate about joy. You know, I think we're a stress-addicted society. So many women that I know are highly stressed, and some don't really know how to get out of that. So I've made it my mission to teach women especially how to move from stress into power and joy. It's really so easy when we know what to do and do it. And I just love that. I want women to have an easy time with their families and easy time with their business and be able to do what they love and have abundant energy to spare. One of the ways I'm doing that now is by helping women who may have been trying for many years and many diets to drop weight, because it's so much easier than we think. It really is. I just had the experience myself. And I had really struggled for a year, and with it, and got nowhere. Really, I actually gained 4 pounds. And then I tried some new things, and in a month, I dropped 12 pounds without even trying. It was effortless. Tons of wonderful energy.
I love it. And we do just have about 15 seconds here, so I didn't know if in 15 seconds you could share why this book, or we can have that as a cliffhanger when we come back. What would you prefer?
Well, I can do it fast.
Okay.
I just knew I was a hider. I've been hiding a lot of my life, and it was time to shine and come out and really sing about it. So that's what I'm doing, and I think the book is a wonderful opportunity. And I love Rebecca's work, so shine, baby, shine.
Thank you. I love that. Shine. Wonderful. Well, listeners, I hope you've enjoyed getting to know a little bit about our experts and why they've said yes to the book. And then when we come back from this next break, we're going to give you our chapter titles, a little bit of a highlight of what you can look forward to in this book. And then we're going to share some real practical advice, something you can take with you today and go forth with to start shining in your life. Just a little bit more, being a little bit more visible. Remember to take these 2 minutes for you to breathe, process, enjoy, having 2 minutes carved out especially for you. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
Tune in for Suzanne Ross and Lighten Up TV, evolutionary wellness for the body, mind, and spirit. Each episode features Suzanne and her amazing guests, including inspirational authors, speakers, wellness experts, and spiritual guides. This series is focused on achieving total well-being so that you can live well and love life. Visit lightenuptv.net to find out more. Lighten Up TV is presented by the Awakening Center, a nonprofit for those seeking a higher way of living and being. Don't miss out on living your best life now. Go to lightenuptv.net today.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed those 2 minutes just for you to relax, breathe, process what's being shared. And it's a great time to kind of check in and see, are you hiding? Are you spending time doing a little bit more of what's important to you, your why? I love when I hear people share their why they do what they do, to always do a check-in about my why. And have I looked at that recently? Do I remember why I do what I do? And in remembering that, it helps me evaluate what's on my plate, making sure that the things I'm saying yes to and I'm continuing to put on my plate are actually in alignment with what's important to me, with my why. Because sometimes things sneak onto that plate that perhaps are not fully in alignment. And when that happens and I pause and I breathe and I evaluate, I can take some of those things off my plate that are not a priority to me, that are not in alignment with what I'm wanting to bring to the world. And I think that's really important when we're looking at coming out of hiding, because we can get hidden in all the things that need to be done and the to-do lists and the busyness of life. So I encourage you, as we're sharing, to really process what's being shared. Take those 2 minutes and do a quick check-in about what's on your plate. And is it in alignment with what matters most to you? Or is there some way that you can go through and take some of those things off your plate, so the way you're spending each 24-hour plate is on purpose for you and matters most for what you're wanting to bring forward to the world? And I believe that's really key in coming out of hiding and shining. If everything's running us and we're exhausted, it's hard to shine. So I encourage you, as we spend our time together and you have those 2-minute moments, to do that check-in. Process what's being shared and be very present. Give yourself the gift of those 2 minutes. You'll have another opportunity during the show. Wonderful. Well, we have been talking with our amazing co-authors, and experts of Come Out of Hiding and Shine, the book to be released the end of this month. We're super excited. We're going to have the electronic version and that'll be available the very end of this month, and then it will be available in a soft cover print version mid-October. So be watching for those releases if this is resonating with you and you want to get a great deal, because we're going to run specials in celebration of the release of this book. Oh, I asked each of my authors behind the scene if they would share their chapter title and either a quote from their book, so you get a little flavor of them and what's in their chapter, or something that we could look forward to in their book, in our book, I should say, in their chapter. And Ana, I thought I would start with you. What's your chapter title, and if you had a quote or something they could look forward to in your book, in your section?
Well, my chapter title is May There Always Be Sunshine, Blue Skies, and Friendship. And that's from some of the letters that we received after our baby was born, after Alex was born, in Leningrad by the Soviet people. And I share some things in this story that I've never shared publicly before, and some of my family and friends are going to be shocked, especially the depth of my spirituality. The core of my story is about trusting your intuition, which sometimes nudges you to step out of your comfort zone. Did I want to go to the USSR and give birth to my baby? No. I wanted to nest and create a warm, inviting place for him to be born, surrounded by family and friends. Yet, I had to follow through on these visions. It was clear. People kept showing up. Things happened that showed me the path was leading us down that path, or opening up. And as I confronted my fears about traveling at 8 months pregnant to give birth to my baby in enemy territory, I found peace. Throughout the entire time that I prepared for this trip, that we prepared, during our journey, during my meditations, whenever I was scared and turned inward, I found peace. People showed up, earth angels, to guide us along the way. And we had the ultimate experience of giving birth in our hotel room in Leningrad on the Gulf of Finland. Many synchronistic experiences took place to make it happen. I trusted those. And one of the letters in English stood out, written by
actually, Ana, I'm gonna cut you off there, and we'll have that to share during our closing segment. So a little bit of a cliffhanger. You'll get to hear one of the letters.
You got it.
So thank you for sharing, and listeners, that gives you a feel of some of her story, and I hope that you're leaning in with excitement to experience that journey with her and all the wisdom that she learned, stepping out of her comfort zone, trusting her intuition, and the beautiful, rich blessings and experience that happened in that you'll find throughout her chapter. So it's really beautifully written, and I know you have felt some of the power and the passion in her share. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And Nina, I wanted to give you an opportunity to share the title of your chapter and just briefly a quote or something they can look forward to in your section.
Well, my title is sort of Irma Bombeck-ish. It's called Sometimes All a Girl Really Needs is a Timeout and a Chance to Push the Reset Button. Mm-hmm. And that gives you a sense of the tone. It's me kind of laughing at myself and learning throughout the chapter. It's all about dealing with a loss that I didn't realize happened. Because sometimes the loss that takes you out isn't one big loss, like a death or a relationship breakout. Sometimes it's a bunch of small losses that kind of add into a huge loss, but it's more subtle. And that's kind of what was going on for me. I was grieving over a bunch of things that happened, and I didn't even realize it. And so what you'll learn when you read my chapter is some strategies from recovering from loss, especially during midlife.
Beautiful. And that you really walked the talk, and that these steps and this way of approaching it can really help you through. Beautiful. Thank you, Nina, for giving us a little bit of flavor of what is in your chapter. And I appreciate your humanness in it and your humor as you're walking beside us in your chapter. And then, Dr. Julianne, do you mind giving us the title of your chapter and a quote or a quick share of what we can look forward to in your section? Oh, Dr. Julianne?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, good. Okay. The title of my chapter is Demolish Exhaustion and Overwhelm with the Endless Energy of Joy. And I share several things. A little of my own story, which is that I was diagnosed with MS 30 years ago now. And I was devastated because I was a dancer, and it really meant according to my doctors at the time, that I would not dance again. And that was more painful loss to me than anything. And I had a business, and my dream was to make a business that would just share, love and opulence and beautiful things with the world and inspire and uplift. And of course, the illness really kind of sabotaged my business in a lot of ways. So I had a lot to overcome. But I found things that really worked for me. And I share several of them with you in the book. And one, of course, as you mentioned, was to stick with your why. Because when you are doing what you love the most, it actually energizes you instead of draining you. So you have more energy to keep on doing that work. That was critical for me. And one of the other tips is that I think we absolutely need to know that we're a gift to the world and to celebrate our successes along the way. To stop and get up and get away from the computer and move and dance. And you know what? If I can dance, anybody can dance. So you have no excuse there.
Beautiful to share. Thank you. And I love your joy and energy. It comes through so beautifully over the airlines here as we're connecting with each other. So thank you so much for sharing. And we are getting really close to our break here, so I'm going to have our additional expert, Leslie, so she's not rushed in sharing her information during our next segment. She'll be sharing and leading the conversation there about her chapter title and what you can look forward to in her book. So listeners, as we get ready for this next 2-minute moment, I want you to really spend some time thinking about, what's on your plate, and is it in alignment with what matters most? And by golly, you could even take a little dance break, move around a little bit as you're breathing and giving yourself these 2 minutes to support you on your journey in life. I celebrate that you are joining us for this conversation today, that you decided to spend time with us, to be nourished, to be empowered, to be encouraged as you're looking at coming out of hiding and shine. And that is worthy of celebration. So I encourage you to do some breathing, take a look at that plate, and do a little bit of joyful movement and celebration. But do make sure to come back, because we're going to give you some exciting tips to step forward in as you are coming out of hiding and shining. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Are you ready for your rush of success? I'm Jim T. Chong, the walk star.
And I'm Cammie Ferry, the theater queen, the host of Rush Hour for Success on Money 105.5 on Thursdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. It's about getting entertained and getting solutions for your success in life and business.
Visit us on Facebook at Money 105.5 FM Rush Hour for Success, or download the Money 105.5 app on your phone for the live stream. That's Thursdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Get entertained,
get educated, and get your rush on
Rush Hour for Success.
The Ugly Awkward Dance Show is designed to help you move through those ugly, awkward, and uncomfortable life experiences. You know what we're talking about. Did you know that each challenge brings a gift? Once you've figured that out, even the toughest challenge almost becomes fun. Each program includes engaging guests who talk about what they've overcome, as well as a mindful movement exercise to help you move through your emotional blocks. Yes, there will be awkward dancing too. Visit theuglyawkwarddanceshow.com. Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you took a joy break, that you took some movement and time to celebrate, that you're pausing, that you're breathing, that you're feeding into who you are. We want you nourished and equipped and empowered as you're going out in the world to come out of hiding and shine. And some of that shininess, I believe, ties into celebration. So I hope that you took a moment to breathe and process what was being shared, what's on your plate, and to celebrate. Oh, as we're coming back here, I promised I would give Leslie an opportunity to share her title, as well as what you can look forward to in her book, and her section in the book, her chapter. I'm calling all of them mini books because they each share these beautiful, rich stories and experiences. So this anthology, it contains over 30 chapters and sections and mini books to support you on your journey. So I'm very excited about it. Leslie, do you mind sharing the title of your chapter and what they can look forward to in your section?
I'm delighted to. So the title of my chapter is Let's Make Selling and Life Easier.
Yay!
And yeah, exactly. The thing is, everybody's in sales. They just don't think of it that way. So like when a mom is trying to convince her kid to do something, that's sales, right? But you don't think, oh, I'm trying to sell my kid. But when it comes to business, people just, they freeze up, and they oftentimes make it much harder than it needs to be. So my chapter is all about how to make it easy and how to have fun when you're doing sales.
I love it. Thank you so much for giving us that hope. And you even sound joyful and fun in your sharing and your passion about it. So you're definitely, absolutely on brand. I love it. So thank you for sharing a little bit about your chapter and what they can look forward to and lean into. And now I wanted to have each of our guest experts share just a quick tip, about 30 seconds to 45 seconds, a quick tip of something you can start applying right now in your life. This is something that you can take with you as you are going forth out into the world, that you can take another step of coming out of hiding, or another step in taking that shine, is stepping into that place of shining. So we'll go around the room here. Nina, I was going to have you lead the charge. Or speed round.
So what piece of advice
is
if you're over 40 enjoy it. People just dread this whole thing called midlife, and there's no reason to dread it. It can be the best part of your life. In fact, I always say I get people ready for their next 50, and I'm hoping that your next 50 is even better than the last years of your life, because you have a lot of freedom that you don't realize you have. And I'm encouraging everybody to take that freedom and do something really exciting with it.
Oh, I love that. So enjoy and do something exciting. I love it. Thank you. So Dr. Julianne Blake, I know you talked about dancing, bringing dancing into our daily, I'm saying daily, you said into our lives, I'm saying daily, I'm adding things. But what else would you give us as a piece of advice or wisdom or tip for today?
Well, in my section on celebrating yourself, I've suggested and actually offered a brief guided meditation. And I suggest that you do one or create one that's perfect for you. And mine ends, you'll find it in the book. You can read it and experience it deeply. And you come out of it feeling so special, immensely loved. You know your life matters. And you're expanding into your most magnificent self. And you can do that in every moment and appreciate the gift that you are and that you bring to your world.
I love that. So breathe that in, listeners. The gift that you are, magnificent, wonderful, and needed. Ah, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ana, I know you were about to share, so we had a bit of a cliffhanger there. You were about to share a letter that you'd received, so I wanted to make sure I honored that moment, and I came back to let you share the letter that you had received.
And I apologize for rambling. I do get carried away and very passionate at times. One of the letters that I received was written in English, and it was from a young woman named Svetlana, 20 and pregnant, who wrote that she and her husband worried about the threat of nuclear war. And she said, "Let us hope that our sons will never send death to each other." And my closing statement is to trust your inner guidance. If the difference between your mind and your heart is that your mind is judgmental and negative, you feel worse. Your heart and soul speak with positive direction. Do something, even if it's not logical, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it's contrary to your own beliefs or your family's desires. Trust it. It's your soul speaking. It knows more than our limited perspective can see or understand.
I love that. Trust your intuition and take those steps. So thank you for sharing, and no need to apologize. I love your passion and your joy in sharing all that you have to share. So no worries at all. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And Leslie, I wanted to give you a moment as well. If you had a piece of advice or a tip that our listeners can take with them today.
You know, I like to tell people to think of sales as just having a conversation. Just like you would talk with a friend, it can be very easy, it can flow, and just, instead of, like, I loved what Nina said about, dreading midlife. Well, so many people dread sales. Well, think of it differently. Just think of it as having a conversation, making connections with people, and just talking with them. And what you find is that it actually becomes much easier. And it takes a little practice, but it can be done, and then you'll start to really want to actually start offering your product or service. You'll want to start selling. And then all of a sudden, without even thinking about it, you're doing it. It just flows. It's just easy.
I love it. And it sounds like it actually becomes fun if it's about connection and sharing what you're passionate about and how you can help others.
I believe so, yes.
Well, I embrace that and celebrate that. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. And listeners, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, letting us share heart to heart with you around coming out of hiding and shining. I hope that you've enjoyed getting to know each of these authors, their passion, their heart, their wisdom, and their commitment to really helping you come out of hiding and shine. We hope that this time together has served you. We hope that you lean into the book to be released the end of September. You'll be able to find it on Amazon, Come Out of Hiding and Shine, and Barnes & Noble. And then we also will have a softcover launch in mid-October that will be released as well. So stay tuned, watch for that. And as you're going back out into the world, I encourage you to take a couple of the tips with you and start integrating those into your life, because you are an amazing gift. There is no one else just like you in the world. You are needed just as you are, not someday, but now, just as you are. So I want you to lean into who you are, be willing to be seen on just a little bit more. And wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always bloom where you're planted and shine. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.